time. We've got our first best of 3 of the bracket. It's going to be Ascendancy versus Catalyst. Ascendancy, a sister team to Ascending. This one's going to be the main team. Reality, Mustache, Semtex. You know some of the names. Meanwhile, Catalyst, we've got Plunge, we've got Knock. A few different names that we do know. And it's going to be a fast play to start this one out. Heritage, take it away, my brother.
Yeah, they're going to break off into it. Knock able to get the first kill with that nade. Danger able to get a lot of these headshots there. Sight is going to have good control from the Catalyst side. Danger does have to play a little bit more passive, not knowing where a lot of these shots are coming from. And now the scanner is going to go up. And through all of that fire, Semtex is going to be the last one into a 1v3. He is going to get aggressive. Does find Notch. Can they find 2 of them? Does spot 1, but Ford Fusion up on that riser is going to confirm for the first round here for Catalyst.
Yeah, I called it an escalator earlier. I guess it's an escalator for boxes. It's a conveyor belt. But Catalyst, very good picks. They were low in that post plant. It was a little bit scary. There was an opening there for Semtex, especially after the first pick. All players on Catalyst were traded up for equal damage. Ascendancy had their damage due, and it was only a few bullets difference in that round. We'll have to see if these next few rounds come as close as that one. As Elite. Oh, Elite. What is that?
Gets a triple kill off from the short side. But all that, 2 versus 3, and now Ascendancy split apart. It's now Plunge just gets control of the A side for free. That's going to be the scanner in the hand. Much that Miner, and I leave Notch as well. Get into another firefight. In danger. Last one alive. 1 versus 2. Has to make this rotation.
Catalysts have to just win this round. I mean, after a play like that from Elite, like you've got to carry the back up your team. You can't.
But it's
let
a 1v1.
a person ruin it like this. Oh no, the morale is on the line here for Catalyst.
The last one alive for Catalyst. It's Plunge, the VRML con champion from the Breacher side. Just gonna have to represent here. The tap, the hold, and it actually decides to hold off. Throws for the fake.
Oh, the retap.
And it's gonna be the swing. Gets the second there. That is gonna be 2 rounds in a row for side of Catalyst.
Eric, did you know a little bit more about the Breacher side of things than me? So, Plunge, you want to give me a rundown on him? Like, you say champion, right? I need to know who's his teammates, who's he been with, like, what's going on that side of things, like. Who is this guy? Where did he come from?
I would say this on the Catalyst side team, basically almost 0 players that besides I believe Notch that do have Breacher's experience and decide, hey, we'll just come play here for fun. So I do also believe Plunge is also representing one of the 4 teams at Phoenix, as this current gunfight as Catalyst is able to take control of this side again. Plunge gonna be able to get this scan down. You have that number 5 Semtex trying to rotate all the way back with a Vector for some reason. So no, he is gonna have to play a little bit of the rush down.
Don't say for
Reality
some reason.
Able to find 1, 2 versus 2.
The Vector's got to make a play. Close left and close right. He does have a flash.
That's gonna be a hit. That's
a hit. He spotted him.
Doesn't check. And it's a 1 versus 1. They both know where they're at. Flashbangs thrown.
Oh, it's perfect. But he doesn't
20 seconds. The high ground. And it's not enough. Vero confirms it there. That's 3 in a row for the side of Catalyst. And they're starting to run away with this.
Flash. That was a perfect flash from Ascendancy. I believe that was, yeah, Mustache. That was a perfect flash. But just not able to capitalize in time because he was so far away from it. Maybe a flash over the box does him a little bit better. Maybe just a flash thrown down close on the ground does him a little bit better. But he needs to be a little bit closer to capitalize on it. Capitalize on it.
Just rips off Elite on mid. Absolutely no room for error. Reality able to take down Notch. And a lot of these gunfights are playing from the long range. These AKs starting to kind of shine a little bit. As Semtex able to find Vero. It's a 3 versus 2. Look at the minimap number 3. Mustache Miner gonna have to be this savior as he goes down. That's sight control. So now it's gonna be a 2v2, and nades are going to be tossed. That is going to be a little bit short. So those are going to have little to no effect. That flashbang was, I believe, thrown a little bit too early for an advantage, but Fusion goes down. 1 versus 2. Plunge left alone.
Oh, a
second
perfect flash.
flashbang hits Plunge.
We get
A little
another?
bit late. Reality shuts it down, and Ascendancy claimed their first round.
Was that 4 flashes they just picked off the ground? Did I count that right?
They picked 4.
No, that was over from the start. I just want to point out, Dylan, a really good opening pick, but greeds for a second, gets punished, and that gives all the room in mid to Vero, and Vero makes mad plays, makes mad space for Catalyst there. Unfortunately, not closing out the round this time around. 2v1 does get closed out in Ascendancy's favor, but Dylan and Vero both trying to make those aggressive plays there. You have to watch for that towards mid, and we'll see it again this round from Dylan.
Notch able to get the kill with the Semtex. Ascendancy, I think, just have to hold it out. Danger goes down, but I'm not sure if there's any type of call saying, hey, they have the scanner, and you have Vero able to take down Miner. Down to a 2v4. Dylan and Reality left alone. And I just, yeah, this is just a guaranteed loss.
Dylan could find a pick here. He has the info. Nope.
But it's the spray down, and Plunge pushes out towards CT and just closes that round there, letting Catalyst get too much space, in my opinion.
I'd have to agree, but they're on the other side of the map. They're worried about a B hit because there was an initial 3 rush there. It's understandable when the rotate came in. The timing is understandable. They didn't just instantly rotate like we saw in the last matchup, which did cause some issues for Suits. But Ascendancy finally becoming a little bit more patient. They're waiting for the picks to go back and forth, and that will reward them right now with a 3v3.
Lone Mush's Miner. Miner holding it. Finds the first onto Plunge, but it gets shut down by an absolute banger of a nade. And now sight is going to be given. Notch able to get that down. Smoke also there to block off any rotation, and that view coming in from Ascendancy. As now this lets Catalyst reposition to a better angle. Oh, it's a nasty gunfight, but Fusion is able to get alive, and Reality has to leave it alone. 1 versus 2 fights 1.
Oh, the knife
that
is so
almost hit the
close.
leg. The nade there
overhead
as well forces him back. Notch. You know he's there. The footsteps, the crouches.
Oh, he's looking up.
Gunfight. It's a flick up, and Notch wins it out. That's 5 for the side of Catalyst.
Reality threw both his pieces of utility there, trying to force him off of the conveyor belt, which he did successfully do, but he wasn't confident in that fact. So going into that fight, he's looking at the conveyor belt. He's concerned about somebody above him. He's concerned about somebody playing a weird angle where they're a foot above or a foot below, and it just doesn't end up working out. Catalyst up to 5 now, and they are running away with this first half. We'll see if Ascendancy can respond here to this B rush.
Reality. Semtex finding their picks, and it is a perfect wipe, and Fusion's left alone. Oh, goodbye. That nade was just hanging there from Reality. Just a comical, just nade right there, then drops at the last minute, confirming that kill onto Fusion.
Dylan, 2 from Reality. What a perfect B hold for Ascendancy, and they've got to take that and they've got to run with it. They've got to run with this momentum. Catalyst, they've had too much room for too long. Ascendancy, they need to take these immediate fights once they notice signs of aggression. They have the gun skill to win this. It's just not confident in their ability to counter the hard rushes, but maybe that round 2 would be wrong. Reality getting caught out early. A bit too far of a probe.
No, I just think Reality extended a little bit too far. Gun's not up. And if you've been playing this game for a while, you know that's one of the biggest spots. It's just for the side of Colonists to just stay there, play for the time, and just wait it out after all that utility. And Reality just decides, I'm just gonna try and maybe play for info, and gets punished for it.
Absolutely. With a minute 20 left, Vero will crack open this site.
That's going to be the side control for the side of Catalyst.
Oh!
Danger swings and fights too. Almost gets the third. But Semtex is in a 1v3 only with the Vector in hand. And that's going to be the plant. And they're going to make this rotation onto the CT side. Smoke is going to go up. Nate, a triple nade setup for Catalyst. Semtex only going to have a flashbang and frag in hand to work with. Is he going to opt for... Yeah, he is probably going to opt for the MK there. Try and play for these couple of long-range gunfights. Flash out. Not going to hit anything as Vero on the conveyor belt confirming that kill. As that is going to be the 6.
We're switching sides.
As we swap sides.
You know, Ascendancy, the 2 rounds that they won it in convincing fashion. They not only had good utility, they not only had good swings, but they had good picks as well. Catalyst, though, I don't know what it is. Ascendancy shut down a hard rush from them. They shut down a structured push from them. But maybe it's different on the defense side. Maybe it's different on Rayab. We'll see what this hard rush can do when we flip sides.
Elite gonna find that first blood. Vero as well. And Catalyst, even though they swap sides, they're not letting up. Now it's gonna be a 3 versus 2. Smoke does go down. Reality trying to play for time. Semtex gets cut off, and it's Reality 1 versus 3. Has to back up. Minute 20 to work with. They do have that option to rotate back, but I don't think there was a call out saying that there was one on to short.
Reality is so tagged up, and he's stuck here. They're holding the rotates. There's nowhere to go here. 1 on 3 with a small little piece of HP and no utility to entry the site. Not sure how he makes this work. Actually, Catalyst have played themselves. Catalyst have played themselves. They only have 1 here on the B site, and he's called the rotate. Footsteps heard.
And Reality is just playing for ram gunfire. And Elite shuts it down. And Ascendancy pulling away 2 more rounds. Wait, am I dumb or did I mention Catalyst? Did I mention Catalyst? Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're saying Ascendancy because you're watching.
I was like...
You're watching Reality. I get it. I get it. Look, Catalyst, 2 rounds away. Ascendancy. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it was just a stroke of genius in those 2 rounds, but everything else so far has fizzled out or been reduced to nothing. No fast push this time around.
And both of these teams are opting for defaults. Classic 2-1-2.
It's going to be the point of contention here. Space has to be made, and Dylan's the one taking the risk.
Number 3, Dylan, find this first. Gets 2. And that opens up mid. This puts Catalyst onto these kind of versions of islands. Has to kind of hold their own. Elite spots 1 player trying to hit the CT side punch. Able to take down Reality. Gets a second. And now we're back to even.
Wait, but the flank from
3
Dylan.
3, the flank side. Dylan goes down as well. And what looks like a winnable round for Ascendancy ends into a favorable match point for Catalyst.
What a disaster. You have the double opening pick from mid. You know you can split either site. And you even pick the site that has only 1 person compared to 2 on B. And you still manage to screw it up. That one hurts for Ascendancy and Catalyst. Now, on our first map point, keep in mind our first best of 3 of the series. Or our first map of the best of 3 series, excuse me. And Catalyst is looking to close it out strong. They've got the opening pick as well.
It's a nasty fight, but Ascendancy is starting to pull it out. And now, they're full of this site, 4 versus 3. And now they're gonna have to force Catalyst to play retake. A couple of these players, Semtex able to take down Fusion. Nade's gonna be thrown. Elite and Vero, these 2 players have been playing for a very long time. They've done situations like this. Somehow Danger dies to an incendiary. Vero goes down and it's just down to Elite in a 1 versus 3. Has to check every single corner. Has to play it safe.
It's not possible.
And 20 seconds left. Nade thrown. Has to check for corners, but it doesn't even matter. Semtex goes down. And it's pretty close, much minor, but the double swing's there and just can't check every single angle.
This is what we should have been seeing from Ascendancy this whole game.
Maybe a stroke of life.
Getting the early post plants and then posting up in very good positions. Granted, there is utility from Catalyst that forces them out, specifically that incendiary, some nades, but they still do manage to have the coordination there, the double swings there to make it work. And Ascendancy should have been doing this the whole game. They should have been getting this room, even if they don't get the first pick, get that room and maybe try to get the scanner down to force an uncomfortable situation onto Catalyst. But now they're just throwing it all away. Semtech's dead. Man advantage given to Catalyst.
Catalyst still, they could just keep holding this stuff down. Danger with the scanner, making a very bold call to just take it alone. As now Ascendancy all split up into different sides. Mustache Miner able to take down Plunge. Not sure this forces a rotate. Danger also able to take down the player on mid. Mustache Miner is going to go down.
Now they go B because their one player gets picked towards that side of the map on A. They're going into two
but
players.
this gunfight decides everything. Fusion versus Danger. Just who opts to budge. Their knife thrown.
Oh, the knife connects.
And it hits the arm. It hits the hand.
No kill,
It doesn't get the kill there. And now Reality, do or die. Don't let them take this map. Incendiary is popped. Gonna be thrown on top of weapons. Flashbang as well. Gonna check for the sides. That's a limb spot. Into spray down. Gets two. One versus one.
Behind.
Those last is short, but swings into the pre-fire. And Catalyst take map 1.
Wow. An almost perfect clutch there. I mean, the spray transfer's perfect, and the game sense is there. You have the info that he's behind, but man, it just doesn't come to fruition. And
dive straight into it. Map number 2, 1-0 for Catalyst.
Map number 2, Catalyst coming off the back of a very strong game, 9-3. On Cliffside. We'll see if they can have a similar performance here or if Ascendancy pushes us to a map 3 in the series. Catalyst going to be playing this one slow to start. They've got to figure out how their opponents work.
And Dylan able to take that first blood onto Notch. Have number 9 there. That is going to be Plunge making this rotation. Danger gets ripped from the stairs, and now there should be a rotation saying, hey, the scanner is going to make this place on A. Reality from the bunker side, they find one, but Elite from the mid side able to push up all the way. But you have Semtex there for the support, and now it's a 4 versus 2. At number 3, Mustache Miner with the PM9, and now the pushes from all angles are going to come in. Vero finds the headshot. Mustache Miner unable to find any good damage, and now Vero and Plunge hitting some absolute shots. Able to take the first round.
Converted. That shouldn't be happening on a pistol round. They shouldn't be converting a 2-on-4. I mean, they've got Mustache Miner in spawn. They've got him with a PM9, meaning there should be no aggression from Catalyst there. There should be no room for them to push up behind the 45 box on backside, behind back A, and make room for their post plant. But they just managed to do it. And with early damage, Ascendancy isn't looking too good in this round.
And they gonna be thrown a little bit far. You can see this rotation coming in from the side of Catalyst. Gonna try and play a little bit more passive. Number 1, Dylan is going to kind of extend a little bit out, but does get picked for it. Have Reality trying to find these couple of mid picks, and he's dancing around that smoke, playing with depth. Gets spotted, the highlight there. Fusion able to take down Reality, and now you're letting Catalyst make this push. They're gonna extend. Elite going extremely aggressive. Nate's toss. Semtex finds 2. Oh my god, there's a knife. Semtex gets 3 before getting shut down. Mustache left alone, 1 versus 2. On round 25% HP, a minute left on the clock. Spray down. Scanner in hand, but Notch is gonna spray through those cardboard boxes as Catalyst get 2.
That was a lot messier this time around. Ascendancy making it tough, making Catalyst fight for it. And that's what you want to see. Even if Ascendancy doesn't manage to win this series, you want to see them make it tough for Catalyst. You want to see them put up competition, just like we saw from teams like Inverse Shark earlier on. I mean, I don't think you heard me, Heritage, earlier when I said it. 9-8 SV beat Inverse Shark. So a very close matchup from some of the higher seed teams in this tournament. And if you really need to put on a show, you need to show that you can, even if you lose this match, you can make a lower bracket run. And Ascendancy haven't shown us that yet.
Fusion able to take down Danger. It's Reality. Spots the player on the stairs side, but this push from Catalyst is getting stopped. Now you have Reality and VR playing from the bunker side. And now, see this on the mini-map. They're going to make this rotate. Reality able to take down Fusion. And the flashbang is going to come out. Plunge has to back up. Gets hit
perfectly
from the flashbang. And Elite able to take down Dylan. Still keeping Ascendancy on this guessing game.
Keeping them on their toes. The rotate could be fake. The rotate could be real.
That's a crazy headshot. Elite is on 1 HP. Plunge has to do it with 100.
Elite opted to clear elbow with that
nade. Finds Elite, but Semtex for the cleanup as Ascendancy pick up the round.
Round starting.
Just some bad mid-round decisions there, really, from Catalyst. It's what causes that round to fall apart. Bad utility usage, bad rotates, rotates where they know they're being heard and they don't try to make a fake out of that or take advantage of that. It's just everything but the gunfights falling apart that round, and that's going to be a reality check for them. They need to lock back in and find this round, and they'll be going for a fast play towards A to make that happen.
Oh, the cough. This A side, Danger hits the cough, does find Elite with a perfect flashbang. But you have 2 picks coming in from Catalyst for the equalizer. Vero gets shut down. A 3 versus 2. Scanner dropped. Play for the picks there. Danger able to take down Nosh, and Fusion left alone. 1 versus 3 coming in from the bunker stairs. At Ascendancy, they just gotta play for the numbers. Fusion spotted. Call out is going to be there. Flashbang out. Now Fusion gonna opt for this rotate. But the moment of footsteps heard, there's gonna be the call out. Shoots a gun. Single highlight. There it is. And now you're gonna have Danger swing in. And Ascendancy equalize the rounds.
Hey, I said Ascendancy need to show that they're here. Ascendancy need to show that even if they don't win this matchup, they can.
Hey, maybe it was map 1 jitters. It was the map 1 jitters.
That could be real. I mean, Ascendancy coming in, they have 50 Crest League points, meaning they didn't have a match before this. This is their game coming into it. Meanwhile, Catalyst 9-3 on Sunset Ravens. I don't know whether to argue Sunset Ravens is a little bit more difficult than Hyperion or not. I haven't seen Hyperion play, but it looks like Catalyst came into this a little bit more warmed up.
And Catalyst, they just got CT, and now they have full control of this site. And Vero is able to take down Miner. Yeah, Dylan trying to come in. Does find one before going down. It's just down to Reality. 1 versus 4. Flashbang out. Does find Notch. 1 versus 3. Scanner is on the other side of B. But now you have every player of Catalyst watching from all angles, knowing where this last player is at, trying to set up for each other.
The pool of knowledge here for Catalyst. They absolutely know.
Fusion
and that
throws a nade. And Plunge closes it out. It's not ready for that re-swing coming in. Now Catalyst, they take the lead.
The first timing goes in favor of Reality there, but it's just not able to follow up on a second. Catalyst getting back into the lead off of a weird first few rounds, a little bit wobbly, but they're starting to stabilize. And we'll see if they can string together some rounds here, or if the next half will be their strong suit. Meanwhile, Ascendancy really putting on a show. I'm gonna say it, Mustache Miner needing to pick it up a little bit. This is his opportunity. He could make a rotate, but He'll be stuck on the other side of the map alongside Danger.
4 versus 3. Catalyst able to take control. Oh, yeah. But Dylan's hiding behind that smoke. Scanner is going to go down. So it is going to be a forced retake.
Oh
Dylan,
my goodness.
Oh, gets caught off guard.
He's so far ahead of his team there.
Just
and
have
there's
to be
nobody
careful
here
with
to
the
retake.
smokes. Gotta know when they go down. Much as mine are able to find this pick with the Vector. And now Reality, it's just gonna stick it. They know where the last one's at. And it's just a matter of time. Do they get this for time? And Plunge doesn't expect it. And that's gonna be the round for Ascendancy.
Does get all 3 though.
Does get the 2 pick.
Round starting.
It's a little bit too late.
Gets all 3, but only for a 3-3 as Ascendancy gets their 3rd. That's a lot of 3s. Catalyst, I don't know what's happening in their post plants now. It's, yeah, they've got the post plant, but they see that smoke on elbow. They've got to know that somebody's playing in the boxes or playing elbow up close, looking for that pick. Good clear from Elite. Oh.
First pick onto Reality. Semtex trying to lock it down. Not enough, but Dylan's there for the support, but Plunge is just going to swing onto this long side. And now it is full control for Catalyst, and they are not letting go off the gas.
Ascendancy, they just need to swap positions. It's not working for them. They've got one there, but in a 1v3, I don't know if Dash has this just yet. No, he does not. Yeah,
No,
Ascendancy really just needs to switch it up. I think
Ready.
maybe they throw Semtex on the other side. He's able to get those opening picks, but he hasn't been able to get the multi-kills that we've seen from Reality, from Dylan. You need to put Dylan or Reality in a high impact position. You need to put them mid. You need to put them towards the B site where they can have their utility and their gunfire make a difference, but it's just not happening yet. New ideas need to come out, and here's
Danger
a
is
new
gonna
idea.
gets aggressive. He hits the jump button, and Mush's Miner is going to push through the tunnel side. Dylan able to find Vero.
This is being heard.
Gets caught apart.
Knock, here's this.
Look at this fight. This could be everything. Number 5, Semtex gets picked apart. They throw smoke up, blocks the side, does get a pick with the nade. But it's going to be the cause that decided. And now the scan's going to go to Mesh's Miner, is able to take down Notch, and it's just down to Elite in a 1 versus 2. This is doable. If you're inside a Catalyst, you just, as they, you know, both players are split apart. It's going to be a while before they are able to group up. You do have to pick it up a little.
Oh,
Limb,
spotted.
the cape. 1 minute on the clock to play with.
There's 2 options here for Ascendancy. You double up or you split up and you try to pinch. And Ascendancy, I like what they're doing here. They're doubling up and now they have the info. Nade will go in. That'll clear short. But Elite has the pick on Reality.
1 versus 1. Scan. When does he opt to play for the bait? Pulls it up, but doesn't realize you could still spray through that.
Ascendancy, that's how you need to play it. That is perfect. They come through and they make a 4-4 half possible. They are putting up a hell of a fight this map. Where was this on map 1?
I'm just telling you, map 1 jitters. Just shake off a little bit of the nerves. Get into flow state.
Heritage, I have to say it. It's making me want to play Vail. I'm wanting to play Vail again because of this matchup right now. I love the back and forth of this right now. It's highs after lows, lows after highs.
Dylan's gonna extend extremely far. Danger's gonna be able to get it. Oh, it's a double from Vero. And League tries to go for the knife. Dylan swings out. Reality finds her pick. And Notch cleans it up with a 2-piece. It looked winnable for one side, for the side of Ascendancy, and it just fell apart with that nade. I think this call, maybe we get a trophy system in the game.
I said it was highs after lows and lows after highs. That's exactly what the nades were doing. There were some high arches there, some low balls, and they end up getting some insane kills there for Vero. 9 on the board. Plunge is ahead at 10, but 9 on the board for Vero there. And that is a good feeling when you hit that. That's a bit of a morale boost. And Catalyst, they could ride off the back of this. They know to play patient. They know not to get hyperactive off the back of a high round like that. And it's all up to Ascendancy to make the plays here and find the info. Catalyst is giving them absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Fusion number 2. And the thing with Miru is that if you are going to be playing mid, there's a very funny spot on the bunker side where there's these little boxes, and you'll often see a lot of these players high jumping simply just to get a lot of these infos, specifically on, as it does block a good amount of, it does give good info onto the main. The main!
It's found.
Oh, and Plunge goes down. But look at this gunfight. Dill and Naj swing, and Elite's there for the trade. Semtex is gonna have to play slow. This smoke's gonna fade anytime soon.
No, there's a gap
But
though.
which one? There's a gap. Ready for it. And Elite gets the flick, and it's a 2 versus 2. Danger and Minor. He's gonna have side control. Nate is good. His hand's gonna go up. Both players are at bunker. Spray down. Smoke fades, but it does go back up from a Ascendancy nade for Fusion as well as Elite. They're gonna hit through this alley side. Minor's here to find one. It's a 1 versus 1. Fusion has the higher HP, but they have to play for audio. Smoke is gonna go up, and that's the cough. It's a spray, and Fusion goes down. Danger wins the fight, and we're tied back up 5-5.
Tie
after tie after tie. We saw 2-2, we saw 3-3, we saw 4-4. Now we're at 5-5. What does this game come to? The gun skill from Catalyst is just vanishing at a moment's notice. They need to pick it up here. I mean, maybe they go for an actual aggressive play rather than just pushing up and holding an off angle. Catalyst, they need to come up with something here, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing.
Have Elite trying to pick onto Dylan Vero. Somehow having mind control, killing these players with some invisible guns. Yeah.
You love the game.
Just hit that. That's peak mind control right there. And Notch just having so much control. And now Danger and Mustache 2 versus 4. Wait. There's no way we gave up sight. There's just no way we gave up A. And we're just gonna give him plant. And now the smoke's gonna go up, blocking the site.
This is the clutch of a
but it's a 4 versus 2. This is a good retake if you're a Catalyst here. Danger playing with the smoke. Does go down to the nade. It does down a Mustache who just can't deal with the pressure, as Catalyst will be taking that lead.
Clean retake. I have to say it. It is perfect. Near perfect round for Catalyst. Plunge does get caught out, but that's okay. They had the aggression there. They made space and they found picks and traded off of it. And that's exactly what I was asking for from Catalyst. You can't just sit back on this map. It is such a 50-50. Whatever side you're strong on as a team, that's the side that you need to make happen, make do. And Catalyst is working it out. They found out that aggression's doing them favors.
What is this? What is this push from Ascendancy? They're going 4-1 with Scanner on the tunnel side. They're just gonna play bait. This is what? No, this is not a good play coming in from the side of Ascendancy.
Plunge is still
like
anchored.
you could play for yeah, no, they have a flanker, but they're just gonna play for numbers. 2,
Plunge is left.
3. Yeah. Number 4 Plunge.
Oh,
and it somehow works. It somehow works, and now they're just gonna push up. And now Ascendancy, they're probably just gonna have to wait for the retreat. Reality knows, makes a call out that there's one last player. The flashbang hits, and Reality extends. Smoke goes through.
He hasn't realized that Scanner is A yet, I don't think.
He hasn't realized.
He thinks it's B.
He thinks it's B.
No, Plunge.
There's audio cues.
We're going 6-6. There's no time for this.
No, it's 6-6 already. If by the scanner, unless somehow Ascendancy blow this round, which is impossible because there's only 12 seconds left in the round.
They have to stick it, and there's a nade.
No, that's
the nade,
no.
But it's okay.
Oh, there's a trade. 6-6.
Round starting.
When will this end? When will this... there's no way to go 9-9. Somebody has to win, okay? I have to give props to Ascendancy for making that play work, but I don't know if that works against any other team, you know. Always having an anchor is good until the plant goes down.
Now you can expect this push. Number 7, Danger playing for the cross on the mid side. Nate is going to be tossed. 4 players of Ascendancy. Oh, they're making this push. They want to go. Reality gets shut down by a nade. And now here comes the support. Dylan finds the first onto Elite. Semtex as well as Dylan. They swing wide. And just like that, Plunge is left alone. 1 versus 3. Ascendancy finally able to gain control. They're able to conquer this round.
Taking
It
the
is
lead as
looking
well.
like a 6-7 in favor of Ascendancy. And that is going to scanner. Is going to go up. Danger does have a nade in play.
So does Plunge, though.
Plunge,
Oh, and he
nade,
knows one is
thrown
close.
knife as well. Trying to kind of get these kills. Jump as well. Semtex swings. Gets picked. And this could be game on. 1 versus 2. Spray down Nate as well. Knows where the last one is. Danger has to back up. Gets there in time. And this lets Mustache push up for the swing. And Ascendancy get the 7.
Round starting.
A little bit messy on the post plant, but they make it work out. Ascendancy up to 7. They are hungry for a map 3. Catalyst. I don't know what to say much more. Vero, 14 kills, putting in the work, but haven't seen him much this half.
Number 3, Nosh is going to swing. Gets shut down by Semtex. And now you have Vero coming in for the support lineup. And no, Semtex is hiding behind those boxes, letting Semtex retreat. Mustache able to find Elite. It's a 3 versus 4.
Advantage for
Fusion.
Ascendancy.
Play on the mid side. Danger gets spotted. Headshot scanner drop. 3 versus 3. And it's going to be fine. Semtex.
Well, they know.
The spray
they
down.
know that Vero's there.
Yeah, Fusion number 2, as you know what I said, you're gonna see a lot of these players, especially in the top tier, they're gonna keep spamming that jump button, but you know, as a result, you just know where that player is gonna be. Reality gets that pick, and now this is gonna let Ascendancy come in for the rotate. Plunge has to check all these corners now, and now you're gonna have Mustache gonna be able to cut off a lot of these crosses.
Scan started.
Mustache doesn't care. He's just gonna opt to go back with his team. 2 versus 3. Blunt
Smoke's
force
gonna
here
go up.
from Plunge.
And the cough. And Reality, with the combination of Mustache, able to put them into a map point.
Match point.
And for the sake of Ascendancy, I'm probably not gonna say it, because we somehow have this ability to jinx teams.
Don't you dare. Don't say it. They're at map point. We'll see what happens. Catalyst. This is the first time that the match has not been in a 1-round difference. At least this map. The first map, you can go watch.
Nate,
it yourself,
Roan,
but
Notch, extends. It just pushes up into the corner. Notch gets spotted from the lid, but Dylan puts the gun down. And now Semtex is gonna fall as well. 5 versus 3. And Reality also gets picked apart. Mustache able to find the first, but there could be a reswing. Danger finds the pick. 3 versus 2. This is recoverable if you're on the side of Ascendancy. Knife thrown from Vero, trying to maybe throw a Hail Mary.
they've been doing this more and more rounds. They've had the scanner just sitting towards that intersection area, towards that bottom mid area, and maybe it's because they want to play the rotate, maybe it's just because they're too scared of letting the scanner go in some place that they can't recover, but it's worked out so far. And This will give Danger the opportunity to rotate in, double up with his teammate, and try to work something from there. This round is now all in the hands of Elite.
35 seconds left. And Mustache goes down. Danger. 1 versus 3. Has to clutch it out to secure this map. No utility left, but the smoke is going to confirm. Elite coughing through the smoke. The bait to lure in Elite, and now the scan's gonna go live, but here comes the aggression from Vail as well as Plunge. They swing through, and that is the 7th for the side of Catalyst.
Urgent, please don't tell me we're gonna see 8-8. This can't be happening. Not after a 9-3 on map 1. Maybe they just weren't ready for Cliffside. Maybe they weren't used to it.
Match point.
God. A nail biter of a match. Ascendancy so close to the finish line, but they do have one more map to go if they win this one. Catalyst, on the other hand, it would be absolutely opportune if they could clean this one up here and now. Not having to worry about a map 3, not burning themselves out before the next matchup. Because this is the upper bracket. They still have another chance if they lose.
Dylan gets picked down to 45%. And now Ascendancy have to play a little bit more cautious. As the smoke is up, they could opt to play for this aggression. But if you're at the side of Ascendancy, do you really want to try and go for this push? They are. And you have number 0. That's going to be Semtex, who pushes all the way up. Elite finds 2 from the spray down. Vero finds 1. Actually doesn't. Goes down, but 3 versus 2. Danger and Mustache again. Same spot. Mustache goes down. Danger 1 versus 3 on the other side.
Slow late round. Still 50 seconds on the clock, and Danger has full utility. Make do with here.
Oh, the gun barrel. Oh, it's nasty aim. It's not good enough. Tries to throw the nade to confirm the kill, and it does confirm. So 1 versus 2. Smoke up. 30 seconds left.
Doubled up here. I like this from Catalyst. They're trying to play it safe, but I like this even more from Danger. He's got the scanner. Wait, I don't think he has time.
There's no time. You're not gonna make it.
He's got to plant this instantly. No, he makes this. He makes this. He makes this.
He has to be perfect.
No mistakes.
Oh, he got it! He got it on time! There's no way!
I said there was time. You didn't believe, Heritage. It's a 2 versus 1 retake, and Danger has the angle towards mid. Do they get caught out here?
Finds the first. Oh, caught on the reload, and Plunge gets the kill. We're going to one more round. Sudden death. Just to decide, does Catalyst go to winners finals, or do we see a map 3?
Scan interrupted.
I'd love to see a map 3. I can't lie to you. This is starting to put me on the edge of my seat, man. Make me more nervous with every round because it's just a back and forth battle of highs and lows. I mean, being in a rookie tournament, you're gonna see some of the greatest upcoming talents, some of the highest points of what these players can do, but you're also going to see every mistake, every motion with pathing, every gunfight that they screw up, and that's what these teams are going to be taking advantage of. It's just a back and forth battle.
It is. They're making this pit. They're making the call. All on B. Hold down the mids if you can. Lock the site down, and that's what they're gonna do. Scan's gonna go up. Semtech goes for the wide swing.
Early. It's a 5v5 post. What is this?
It's a 5v5 post. Must still find a picks 3 versus 5.
Knocks 1 HP.
And Knock is on critical HP. Fusion goes down. Plunge finds the pick out to Dylan, but this might not be enough. And Plunge has to do it. Semtex goes down. 2 versus 3. This could decide everything. Smoke
They have
is
a
gonna
smoke.
go up.
Oh, it's bad. The smoke is bad.
It's bad. It doesn't cut off any cross angle. Blood fights 1, 2 versus 2. Much less. It's a 1 versus 1. This could be everything. It's gonna be the tap in. Could be
This
the
is a
whole
full stick.
It's
Full
the
stick.
spot. And that's it. We're going to a map 3. Ascendancy confirms the final round, and then we are going right into it with Suna.
They're not stopping.
No, I'd say
Balanced
very
maps in the game.
It's a very controversial map.
Absolutely. Since it's been, I mean, it's been in the game for years.
It's been out
at
since
this point.
I think, yeah, it's been out for I think 4 years. Arguably the most unchanged map.
Well, I mean, there have been some big changes. There used to be a short passageway from three-way mid, whatever you want to call it, into pond. That got removed. That shuffled up the map a good bit. But the A site, which is what they're hitting, and stayed mostly the same.
And now Catalysts are going to pick this apart. Pharaoh drew that smoke. And now you have Danger. That's the last one alive. Able to find the first on the plunge. But now you're going to expect... Because this map is such close quarters, now it's just gonna get scrappy. And now Danger does get picked apart as Catalyst does claim that first round.
Yeah, and like I was saying, A site hasn't changed very much. There are so many good defensive angles on this map, and so many good defensive repositions, that just hitting the A site like that without really good utility, it hurts. It really does hurt. Catalyst picking up the first round. And dare I say, I don't think this is going to be a back and forth battle. I think this is going to be a one-sided and then a comeback. What do you think?
I would say maybe if as long as Ascendancy maybe secures 3 or 4 rounds, we should be okay. But
Oh,
if they just can't,
really missed on the A site.
They just need to find a lot of these weaknesses. Oh, but look at this. A's open. Reality's through. Dylan finds the first one to Vero. Do they check the gun? It gets hit. It's a double swing. And now this focus is going to be onto the B site. Notch from the arches. And yeah, players. And Semtex swings and finds Notch. And now this leaves number 1 elite.
They need to
left alone
activate on
onto
cave.
They
have
need
to
go.
be up cave already.
They have to push. They need to go. They have the pinch ready. They have to hold this down. And Mushaz is able to find it. They're able to get this scan. And it's just 2 players, Fusion and Plunge, that have to put this through. It's a hit with the knife, and Semtex cleans it up.
All 3 for Semtex in that round.
A 3-peat right there.
Putting the team onto his back. That's what you want to see in a round like that. Ascendancy make it work. And Semtex works his way through mid. I mean, good lurking. They plan to hit the B site, so they lurk up A and mid. I don't know how they manage to get Semtex all the way into deep pond there and work his way up into CT. But because of the pick that Catalyst finds on Reality towards A, they are not worried about mid. They're not worried about the lurk anymore, and that costs them. They drop their defenses. They are not as alert. And Semtex looks to do the same thing here. He is working fast towards this pond area.
Split push this mid fight onto Alley. Knife thrown. A flashbang as well. Maybe try to go for the extension. The AK is going to be there. Notch trying to dance with the gun. Trying to
is up
force
again.
him. Oh, yeah, no, he's pushed. And he's just getting away with this. Got free. Does he opt to go? Is gonna go for the clear.
Nobody's watching
He's on
him.
the playground. No one's checking. That's the first. And that's the second as well.
The scanner needs to be rotating, and it is.
And the scanner's gonna go through. It's gonna be a pawn push. Vero and Elite. And Vero just has to find rotation. And Semtex just gets away with it again.
Oh, he's going back in for seconds. He is hungry. He's already got 3 from the first. He's looking for even more.
That's a 4. A 4-piece for Semtex just popping off.
Semtex is 7-1 going into round 4. What an insane start for a call in his side. And look at that. The team is bowing at him. They are absolutely ecstatic with that performance right now. And I guarantee you, they're just going to keep abusing this positioning, keep abusing this gap in the Catalyst defense until they get punished. And I can't blame them for it. Catalyst needs to have a stronger hold on mid. They've got Alley locked down, but they are not playing Pawn strong enough, and we're going to finally see Ford change that.
Ford finally saying, hey, this push isn't worth it. We are just going to get picked apart from the flank. And Fusion is going to get to a firefight. Doesn't even matter. Semtex takes out Fusion. And it's a 4 versus 4.
It's a huge slowdown here. Now is the time where Semtex works his magic. There is so much time on the clock. He's got info, and it's all up to the lurks now to make something happen. Spotted on the side. A plunge, excuse me, not splunge. What am I saying? Will pick him up, giving Catalyst a man advantage finally. We'll see if another lurk from Ascendancy can pick something up here, but it's looking to be a B-side contact play.
And just look at this mid push, because they think, oh, hey, mid's open. We're still concerned about that. And reality is playing from that bridge side. Notch from the pinch. Oh, it is a pretty messy gunfight, but still, both players able to come out alive. Have this push, 35 seconds left. Ascendancy, they need to make a decision. Plunge able to find reality. And now you have Mustache in danger. They need to commit to this. Smoke is going to go up. Eliminates the crossplay. Elite pushing through. But still, Mustache able to find this pick. Goes down. Danger. Picked apart as well. Vero double headshot as it is going to be tied 2-2.
Round starting.
Clean shots from Vero. You'd love to see it. We saw him putting in absolute work and getting some frags on the first 2 maps. We'll see if his story is the same on the 3rd. Meanwhile, Ascendancy, once again, Semtex being the hard carry here, getting some good picks. Dylan getting a good pick on rotate as well in the previous round, but it was not enough to muster up any sort of fear in Catalyst and make them over rotate or make them push back with some utility or even a player.
Oh no, there's no way. Ascendancy, this is a hard B. This is a commitment to B. Nate's gonna be throwing flashes around. Reality falls from as the entry. As Semtex is able to find 2. There for the equalizer. Smokes up, eliminating this cross push. And now it is going to be a 3v3 retake.
But it's just a Semtex
the
smash here.
scan is going to go up.
Scan is down, yeah. And now it's just wait for the smoke to fade, wait for the push to come in, and then just spray them down as a team.
Mustache able to take down Plunge. 3 versus 2. Rest of Catalyst players, they're going to hit this cave. And now the calls are through. Mustache goes down. 2 versus 2, down to a 1v2, but Notch is on low HP. One swing and it's done, as that's what Semtex is gonna do.
So greedy today.
Round starting.
What is going on? What
11 to 2,
triggered?
the only player right now to enter double digits.
We're on round 5.
We're not even past the second half.
We're in round 5 and he's got 11 kills. That is more than 2 kills per round. We need a new stat system. Somebody start a whole stat tracker. Let's get a rating system going, because Semtex, he is absolutely competing for the best rating I've seen in a long time right now. It might not be the highest grand final of all time, but he is absolutely putting in work to carry his team here. Ooh, close to that.
There is the gunfight on to Pawn to his bridge side. Now Ascendancy able to make this to a 4v4. Reality just gets scooped up by Elite from the nades. And Vero paying close attention to the bridge. Able to find Semtex. It's a 2-4 count. What do you do here if you're Ascendancy? So now Danger is going to push towards this alley side. Now Ascendancy.
Knife throws exchange.
Mid.
They're just tossing a few things back and forth here. They're taking it slow. They've got a minute left. They've got every bit of contact here in the world. And this timing peak, it matters. Elite will go down, and now the B site is weak. The rotate has to come in, and if they find this pick, then there's a possibility.
It's an awful whiff.
There's a possibility.
Vero. There is a chance of 2 versus 2. But look at this Fusion. It's just gonna regroup with Plunge. is gonna play for the combined numbers, 2 versus 2. Try not to budge if you're decided Ascendancy. Try not to play too aggressive. Danger finds one. Does no, the last one's there. It's a 1 versus 1.
And he knows the last one's backside because that wasn't Danger that he killed. A close-up 1v1.
It does a deck plunge. Goes down, and that's a 2-round lead for the Ascendancy. The first time we had a 2-round lead here on this map.
It's attack. They can't get more than 4. They can't. That's not how this works. PD is one of the most defender-sided maps in the game, one of the most Reav-sided maps of the game, and Ascendancy just is not playing into that idea at all. They do not give a single damn here. Up 4 rounds now. Anything from here is just prize and treats on top of what they've already got. Catalyst finally managing to figure out their mid-control situation a bit, but now their B is faltering because of it. And once again, Ascendancy wants to go for a fast rush to take advantage of that.
Fusion gets spotted on the backside, and now here comes the aggression. It's an insane firefight, but this is going to leave B wide open. And now you have Notch trying to play for the back. But Dylan, Notch gets into a gunfight. Notch wins it out. It's a 2 versus 3. But Semtex is on the other side. Reality needs to play a little bit more passive. But this is going to let Catalyst get a lot more aggressive in this play. Able to find his pick. Plunge goes down. And Notch gets picked apart. Semtex, he's done this before. 1 versus 2. Has popped off. But can he pop off in a clutch situation? A minute left on the clock.
Rounds are going by so quick. These pushes happen so early. And I think if Reality just tucks there, he has a chance for Semtex to get in quicker and help him. But I think Semtex is locked out of this round after that smoke.
It's gonna be the cough from Melodi's location. Check the site. The cave is there. It's a 1 versus 1, but Semtex is extremely low.
Oh, and he procs the shoot. He pre-fires Knock, and Knock responds with a pre-fire of his own. Positions revealed. He hears a footstep.
20 seconds left. Knife thrown. It's scrappy, but Notch closes it out, closing this gap. As it's going to be 3 to 4.
Oh, you said scrappy, and that was the only thing going through my mind. What is this mess that's happening on my screen right now? Knock will win it out, and that's going to give Catalyst the opportunity to close the gap just a little bit. But Ascendancy, they've still got every round that they need here. Going in, 4-4 half, absolutely flawless. Maybe even a 5th. We'll have to see what Semtex does this round. Maybe even Reality. Reality's gotten some good picks as well here on the B site, but slowing it down this time around. Dylan will be their mid player, looking to get some info and possibly a pick.
As I do have results from the past matches, we have Relentless beating SV 2-0, and Hyperion wins 9-5 against Sunset. So Relentless is going to play the winner of whoever wins this match on Kitty. As it's still a 5v5. It is still
usually
notched down
a clutch
50
by
HP.
now. Oh,
yeah.
Semtex.
Oh, but Semtex does go down. That kind of main fragger.
That lurk is dead. Ascendancy needs another way into this round, and it's going to be Dylan lurking up alley. It's all on him. He needs this pick.
Dylan able to find Notch. Elite finding this pick onto Dylan. 4 versus 3. What do you do here if you're Ascendancy? You don't want to tie this up
down so much.
You don't want to tie this up and basically start from scratch onto the second half.
There's 25 seconds and nobody's in sight yet.
Oh, but Reality finds Vero.
They're still pushing the site with man advantage here. It's still 2 players.
They're gonna be they're going Elite. Push on through. But Mustache goes down. Elite falls as well. Gets Fusion as well. Plunges on the other side.
There's 7 seconds. There's no time to get the scanner. There's no time to get the scanner.
There's no time. They bought enough time. And we're tied 4-4 going into the second half. There is no lead. We're starting from scratch.
Oh, man. Still, Ascendancy 4 rounds up. It's what they needed. It's what they got. It is a perfect launch pad for them to blast off of going into the defending side, especially if they feel comfortable on it. Because personally, I don't know what side they favor. Maybe it is attack. Maybe it is defense. We'll find out here going into the first 2 rounds of the half. Pistol could be a good indication here of some of their utility and positioning, but the rifle rounds will be the one that decide who wins this game. Oh my God!
It's just Nade City, 3 kills on the side of Ascendancy. Just straight nades. And now Vail's in a 3v1. Scanner is in possession of Ascendancy. You know where the last one's out, but Reality does get shut down, but Dylan there for the swing.
Round starting.
I'm gonna have to watch a replay of all those nades. That was hilarious. Seeing 3 and 1 back, it was back and forth. But luckily, Ascendancy, they take the lead going into this second half. They are looking very strong, especially if that's their pistol. I can't wait to see this rifle round out of them.
Yeah, this push coming in from the side of Catalyst as Mustache does go down. Elite also able to find 2, and now this leaves A side open. Now Dylan and Danger have to play this basically uncontested roster. Catalyst, knife is thrown, spray down, Fusion able to find Dylan. 1 versus 5 for Danger. It was just gonna rush through the smoke. That's gonna be the cop coming in. Knife was a little bit too close for comfort. Spray, pre-fire coming in from Nosh, but plunge there for the pickup.
5-5 and a flawless
It's going to be
round for
5-5.
Catalyst in response. That's what they need. They've got a response, and now it's momentum shifted to their favor. They've got to find another one, though. They can't just lock in 1 gun round and say, we've got this, guys. They need some momentum. And that's what for in this 11th round. A full A side hit. 2 players maybe lurking towards mid. Catalysts are just taking the raw gunfights here. We'll have to see how well Semtex and Dylan can hold up against this.
Oh, and the side of Catalyst, they're just going to get aggressive. They're just going to swing on. And Ascendancy just aren't ready for it. And Notch able to get this pick as well. Danger Reality left alone. And now the plan's going to go up as Vero shuts down, gets shut down, but Fusion responding back. Danger, 1 versus 4. What do you do? It's going to be a spray. Notch tries to go for the knife for points. But Elite able to close it out there as Catalyst take the lead.
Picks onto Catalyst, and did the meta flip while I was gone? Or is this an attacker-sided map now? Is that what this is? I don't even think I've seen an incendiary this map yet. I saw them on the last map. I saw them on Cliffside. I have not seen a single incendiary make impact this map yet.
Dylan rips push. Elite off of barrels. Nade's going to be throwing Fusion. He'll take down Reality. Finds a second as well. Knife is going to get picked up. Dylan shuts it down though. It's a 4 versus 2. The fight on bridge. Notch picks it up.
And a 2 versus 2 scanner going down on site. They have the position of one of the players, and he'll be taken out.
Able to take down. Plunge
down the knock.
And Notch alone. 1 versus 2. Spots 1. Spots the second as well. Hitting a questionable flick with that snap turn 45-degree angle. And Mustache to close it out there. 6-6.
We're just repeating Mira at this point, man. I guess we're just
Neither team is letting up. And no team has received a, I would say, a 3-round lead.
Yeah, no
There has been
3-round
no
lead.
3-round lead as of this map, I believe.
Ascendancy finally managing to muster up something here. They've got some leeway, but only so many rounds. As each team picks up more rounds, the room for error is only going to shrink more and more. There's less rounds to play off of.
Oh, he gets one-handed by Vero.
Oh.
In reality, they're for the trade. But look at this control coming in from the side of Catalyst. They're able to conquer A. And now the scan's gonna go up. 3 versus 3. Much as minor there for the equalizer.
They're already
But look
so
at how
close in
much
sight.
Sight's control, and it's just down to Mustache into a 1 versus 3 sight.
No structured retake there for Ascendancy. Just pick after pick, and it falls apart because the positioning is so incoherent. They've got some good spots, but they're just not playing off of each other. And that'll leave Mustache left in a 1v3 that he can do nothing in. Elite picks him up. Elite goes into double digits, and Catalyst have 7. I do just want to point out, Knock absolutely being a key player for Catalyst here. Up to 14 kills. Now the only person prior to this round who had double digits on the team. Meanwhile, Semtex, he is cooling off. Remember, he was 11-3. He is now 13-9. Somebody else has to take the wheel here, or else Ascendancy is going to fall behind and lose this final map that they worked so hard for.
And now Catalyst, play it slow. Just play for the picks now. As you have Vero trying to mix some gunfire, and Ascendancy just completely fall for it. And I don't think Danger's gonna expect some players to shoot from the back. And oh, they're just gonna get away. Scott free, Nosh finding the pick, and now they realize that they just left B open, and Mustache has to come in for the support. Those 1 is on the site. Spray down, Fusion finds the pick, and Dylan has to come in for that support. Does find Fusion, 3 versus 2. Plunge left alone onto the site, and now it is just down to Elite. Gets the first, but Dylan there for the support, and it's gonna be 7-7. We're still tied back up again.
Perfect. I just want to point out Dylan's pathing that round. That was absolutely flawless. Coming in on the left side of Arches, uses the little ramp there to peek over the wall a bit easier, gets the pick. Absolutely perfectly timed, pushed into sight. No utility stopping him. Only has to take 1 gunfight, and when his team engages with the other one on site, he swings. He just goes straight in for the kill. It gives Ascendancy the round. A beautiful retake, I must say. Catalyst now, it's 7-7. There's only so many mistakes you can make before you start losing games. 3 players now for Catalyst, up to double digits. Only 2 for Ascendancy. But that may change here.
Oh, Dylan gets the first blood. Just decides, I'm just gonna swing
gone.
into this.
He's out of there.
Yeah, he's out. He just gets the pick and just backs out.
That's absolutely massive.
Number 4, reality. He's not gonna expect this push coming in. That's by 1. There's a second there. No, his gun blocks it.
Plunge does get damaged pretty heavy though, and now they can go in for the full retake. They've stopped this plant for a short moment. They may be able to delay it further, but Dylan is the first in line here. The first up to the chopping block that a Catalyst has designed. Is their design flawless, or will it falter here? Dylan in danger. They've worked their way in.
Push Fusion, playing with fire, trying to bring around the rookie to sight, tries to throw the knife, hits it on the top, and Ascendancy. Series point for them.
Up to 8, and
Scan interrupted.
that retake did not work out well. The retake worked out well. The hold did not. Scanner there. It needs to be down sooner. But because of a fight coming out from bridge, pawn stairs area, that connector area, they stall the scanner out for just a few seconds, and that gives Dylan the opportunity to come first in line, have the rest of the team behind him, and they make that retake work off the back of that timing. And that was absolutely beautiful from Ascendancy. They might not have meant for that timing to happen. They might not have meant to stall the scanner, but it's what gave them the opportunity to come back into that round after sight had been given up.
Catalyst. They're making this push onto. This is hard A.
Do or die.
Absolutely no mid picks. Do or die now. As Notch finds the lead, they're gonna be able to get this pick and plunge. Able to find reality 2 versus 3, but a lot of these players are below the 50% margin, and this could be the decider. Spray down from Mustache. Beat a swing. Gun needs to go up. Danger. Equalizer there. Mustache still spraying on through. A minute 10. Scan's gonna go up.
Started.
45
decides
seconds
everything.
on the clock. 2 versus 2. Do we get a final round of regulation, or is Ascendancy moving on to the upper bracket final? One piece of utility left.
Plunge finds the pick. Mustache 1 versus 2. Does he expect a swing coming in from the elite? Doesn't. And it is one more round to decide who goes to winners finals.
This is it. This is where you need Semtex to come alive. This is where you need Vero to come alive. This is where you need Nock to make a good early pick. This is where you need Dylan to make a good early pick. Every player cannot take that risk, though. You need to play for the team here. If you are the one that causes the dominoes to fall, everything is over here. It is going to be so nerve-wracking for these teams, and I want to see if they go for a Hail Mary or if it's just a push, and it is a Hail Mary. Dylan is pushing forward.
And Vero,
Oh, no.
this could be
Oh,
the
no.
pick that decides everything. It is going to be thrown. There! That's going to shut down Danger. And help. But look at this. Catalyst, they're going to make this rotation. They bought time. Reality has to expect this fight. 1 has to back up.
The flash is good. The flash stalls him out. It's all on
Flash,
reality here.
It's enough to stall. Reality has to play for the time. He needs to let them rotate. Vero gets shut down from the bridge. And it's a 3 versus 3. Plunge plays with fire. And
Semtex
it's
has
going to
made
get
this
shut down.
rotate.
3 versus 2.
Oh!
2 versus 2.
Nock finds Semtex on the rotate. 2v2 where they're abandoned.
Mustache-
they're pinched in middle.
Mustache-
It's all
Elite's
Mustache.
knocked down.
He hears this info. He hears
But
this
the scanner
info.
is dropped. The scanner dropped. Notch. But Mustache gets spotted. It's a 1 versus 2. And it's
Reality captains
all
the team.
on reality.
He
Scanner.
has scanner.
He has scanner possession. He just has to play his cards. The only threat right now is Nosh. Just try. Reality has to force these 1v1s.
If he hears a cough in the smoke, he should know to spray it, but he sprays it early. He sprays it early and gives up his position.
Scan's gonna get picked up. And he gets away.
30 seconds, and he's going to rotate
And,
away
and
with
the
the
rotate's
scanner.
gonna come through.
Oh
20
my
seconds
goodness.
left. He needs to realize, hey, I have to make this push now.
And he doesn't realize. Scanner will
And
go
it's 15
down
seconds.
completely for free. Elite is low here, meaning
Started.
if Nock decides to play forward, if Nock does not double up with his teammate and Reality finds the pick, there is a world where Reality wins this clutch. But as I see it right now, no utility on the board. This is one hell of a play to make.
This is pure gunfights, pure wits, pure guts. Just do you...
He's got 1 impact. I'm not sure if that's
There's an
making
impact.
much impact.
Not enough. Not enough. But the moment Reality shoots, there's
10
going to be a
seconds.
swing. This looks like there could be a double swing set up. And Notch closes it out as Catalyst will be playing Relentless in the winners finals. Ascendancy set to the lower bracket. Well, they will be facing off against Inverse Shark. Talk about
What?
one hell of a series.
Wow, what a way to end the series. Coming in close on the second map and the third map. Absolutely brutal loss for Ascendancy, but they put up a damn good fight. And now they have Inverse Shark to go up against. So still a banger of a loser's bracket. We've got